its rest. Lay me to rest on yon towering height, where the silent cloud shadows glide, where solitude holds its slumberous reign, far away from the human tide. I fain would sleep near the old pine tree that looks down on the valley below, like a soldier guarding a comrade's grave, or a sentinel watching the foe. 'Twas a refuge once in the bygone time, when a pitiful fate was near, when my days were young and full of love for a life I held too dear. Through all the long years that have passed away since that night of storm and dread, I've prayed that the boughs that sheltered me then might wave o'er my dust when dead. Delve deep my grave in the stern gray rock, in its rigid embrace let me rest, with naught but my name on the stone at my head, and the symbol of faith on my breast. One mourner perhaps may remember where sleeps, in this rock-ribbed tomb, the lone dead, may breathe for the loved one to heaven a prayer, a tear to his memory shed. A poem.
Literally nothing to stop you from stepping off the edge of this rocky mountain. Honey, seriously, stop. Honey, be careful. It's so windy. There's nothing. Honey, stop it. Thank you, Jesus. We made it down the mountain safely. We didn't get blown off of the cliff anywhere, so then we were looking for another adventure. This is where we found another gravel road. It was called Engleville Road, and it led up to Engleville Cemetery, where we ran into the sweetest man we could have ever met. He invited us in to see the Morada that he had been restoring for the past 15 or 20 years. It was the sweetest story, and I can't wait for you to hear it. He'll mention that his grandpa told him to restore the Morada that was in the shape of a cross, and this is an aerial view of it from Google Maps. And his mom told him that if he would restore this, that God would bless him for it.
Yeah, this was the original, the first time it was built. I don't know when it was built. That's one of the only things I can't really figure out.
Oh, yeah.
I did a lot of research and everything on it. But my great-great-grandfather and his brother built it the first time.
Oh, wow.
And then it crashed down. And it took me like, well, I'm going to say 15, 20 years to redo it.
Oh, really?
And I finally got it done. Yes, it was, these are Catholics. There was the coal mines came. This was one of CF&I's original coal camps in Colorado. This is one of the first coal camps in Colorado. It's called Engleville. And the Catholic Church, they didn't have no churches, so the priests were like traveling priests. They'd come and stay here maybe a day or two, go to Trinidad for a day or two, go just all, and the locals built them with what's called a Morada. So when he came, he had a place to say mass in. And
That's
they
so.
were, they were very poor people. They adorned them with tin and straw, because straw was a poor man's gold and tin was a poor man's silver. And the old timers would save all the tin from the sugars, the lards and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they would make. I'll show you what I've done. Right there's a cemetery right there. There was one right there. But this, the reason I restored this, my grandpa told me restore the one that's in the shape of a cross. This was the original, the first one, and I wanted to restore that one, but he told me, hey, you got to restore the one. So it took me forever to do it. Finally got it done.
That's so cool.
Turn on some lights.
Wow.
Look at that. Oh, look at the little pews.
Yeah, this is how we did it back in the day. They would have this was actually a church, But,
Yeah.
but the Catholics wouldn't let the sect of people, they were called penitentes, wouldn't let them call them a church, or I don't know why they wouldn't.
That's just so beautiful.
They were just lay Catholic people. They were probably a little more religious, and I restored it back to what everybody told me that it was more or less like.
Wow.
Oh, you did an awesome job.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it took me, like I say, over 20 years to do it.
Yeah.
And I would
can
just
see
do
why.
I would just do a little bit and go.